Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
And partner, sometimes it's good for a team to get the Thursday nighter right after a loss because you don't have very long to stew on what just happened. You have to turn right around, get ready, and go out and play again. Or, as one of the veterans told me, I actually like this because I can keep my anger for this short amount of time and take it out on the other team.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Check. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 75 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
He's letting this one go. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Mayfield going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
Get ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
This is a counter play, Eckler, and he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
56. Check 56.
Watson on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Browns drive about to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
This offense has a lot to account for, but at the top of the defense's list is OBJ.
I'm not sure how you really game plan for him because no matter what you do, he finds a way to uncover himself downfield. And the speed gets it from his mom, a former sprinter at LSU.
Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. The numbers for Beckham in last week's effort. 10 catches, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
Well, look now at our starting defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 9. Watson. Thomas has got it. Complete.
Here we go. Here we go.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
53, Mike.
Now a toss play to Eckler. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On 2nd down now. It's Hubbard. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Houston.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. J.J. Watt the one that gets him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He's got daylight. 30, 10, and he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Joel Bitonio, one of the steals of the 14 draft, the culprit there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Mayfield to throw it. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Draw play, it's Eckler. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Brandon, when you and I sit down and play chess, you're always winning. So I've got to figure out how to get that done. But we're watching a real chess match today between the offense and the defense. And on that play, called a draw, the defense ended up winning.
The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Watson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Screen play, Johnson. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Now Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Watson off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. From the 41, Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 44, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Off the draw, here's Johnson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Deshaun Watson of the Texans offense trot back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Watson going deep for Hopkins, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for... This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big play there for the Browns. 42 yards.
I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah, I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just wrong on every level. That was spectacular.
They'll run with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going on the ground with Eckler. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Matt Weil now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. The Browns drive about to get started. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Watson on first down. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the ground, it's Eckler. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, 2 weeks to go in the NFL season. A lot of races coming down to the wire. Before we get it back to you guys, let's check out what we have coming up this weekend on the Week 16 NFL slate. In the early games, a lot of good matchups, one being in Indianapolis. A tough one for the Colts, as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Chicago Bears. And finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A run for Nick Chubb. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
41 Mike. 41 Mike.
On third down, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. J.J. Watt in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now Eckler. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Second and 10.
Once more, here's Eckler.
Get it.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Give him 6 yards in the first down.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
We got 4.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Sanders' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On the ground, it's Chubb. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Here's Mayfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. Running from the gun, Johnson. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Mayfield. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be...
Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
they can get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So that one will be accepted. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They'll run here with Eckler.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Holding offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Johnson on the counter. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Mayfield off the play fake. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Back now in Houston, it's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory.
Let's go. Let's do this.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 47 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air? And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
32-yard line.
Back to throw, Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Watson now to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans cut into that lead. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Sanders on for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Chubb, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Single, slot. Hey, you're running out of it over there. You're running out.
They run it again with Chubb. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here we go.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle. Chubb. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. On 1st and 10, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. Now a 1st down throw. Watson. Open man is QT. Complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. On 1st down, it's Watson. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Watson. And Thomas has it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Let's go.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
In your face.
Again, it's Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And again, it's Chubb. Powers through.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Screenplay, Johnson. He'll have a first down past the 40. 33 yards that time.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have, where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Check 53. Watch the screen. Pass.
Watson on first down. He's got Fuller.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Watson, and he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores, want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Got an open man, it's QT. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on second down, Watson. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Watson looks to throw again. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And down he'll go at the 25. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Offense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Mayfield on play action. That's out to Chubb, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018. He showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2018, the projections on where Baker Mayfield was going to go, it varied. But rarely did anyone suggest he would go #1 overall. And he did. Showed exactly why. It's not just how he plays. It's not just his arm and his vision. It's the leadership. It's the toughness. It's the moxie that he exhibits. And his teammates just feed off of it.
So for Cleveland, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready.